What's up, everybody? It's Bobo here, bringing you another adventure from glorious old Raid Shadow Legends. I hope everybody out there is having a great day. If you're stopping in to check out my videos, I would really appreciate a subscribe and a like. I think that goes without saying, so that it helps you guys find my content. But let's get back into this tutorial on the game and how to best achieve everything from the get-go. Okay, right now they're getting ready to have these events coming up, so let's see what we can get out of these. For 1,000 points we can get another ancient shard. What's this drop? This could drop an ancient shard and some gems, a skill tome, and something I found out earlier today. One of the guys that I got in my last video, right here, he is a buff extender. And notice that. Or debuff extender, I should say. Each hit has a 35% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs by 1. You know what that means, right? That means if I can get a block debuffer, or a block damage champion, or a shield champion, I might be able to keep the shields up endlessly. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't done it yet, but maybe we can get into that. So let's see what we can do. Let's go over here. Now, in here, this is a good way to, do all your armor setups and stuff like that. So one of the things you can try, like for example, let me go out here to her. Right, so Scylla the Drakes. When I click on this, so over here you have the filter. You click the filter. Now, say I want to try on stuff, but I don't want to have to go in here, read it, see what it does here, and then figure out if it matches with something else down here. Okay, so what you do on that is you go to what's called the fitting room. Now this allows me to, boom, try something on, and then go down and try something else on. Or here, watch. Try on. Try on. We're not going to keep her in any of this stuff. Alright, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so if you look at these sets of stats right here, these are the stats that it's going to be for the stuff that you just tried on. These are going to be the stats for the stuff that you already have on. And then you can see if it ups your overall or lowers it. Like over here, it does up my hit points, but it lowers my speed by like 45. So don't really pay attention to these. Pay more attention to these and this. It also lowers my crit rate, which that's fine because you only needed it 100. And it does up my crit damage to 92, but it lowers my accuracy. My resistance isn't that much of a change. It does lower my defense. So to me, it's not a good exchange. Because, you know, I can heal and all that the faster I go. So, but that's, you know, neither here nor there. No, we don't have any rings to put on her yet, which we'll try to get into the Spider's Dungeon where you get your accessories and all that stuff. But let's go ahead and try to get him in here and see how fast we can get him. So, first thing I do is I come down here and I hit, especially when I got, you know, a little bit of gear, right? First thing I'll do is I'll come down and I'll hit speed and crit rate as my primary stats. And then I'll see what gear I have where I got both of those. Now, gear like this, where I have four stars, for a beginning account, like fresh starting off, like if you're in between like level 1 and like let's say maybe 30, okay, that's decent. Right now, since the Oz collab hasn't taken off yet, and the Equalizer champion chase is over, they should be doing the Shaman one. So if you are starting a new account right now and you pick the Shaman one, the good thing with that is you'll get a set of lifesteal gear with her. It's usually like 4 and 5 star gear, but with that, the boots are always going to be speed, which is great. You definitely need speed, especially in the beginning. And the gloves are always going to be crit rate. So I recommend, like, there's a new link out now. I believe it's through Ipire Cobb. But you get like Razzlevarg, Pelops, you get Tidemaster. I want to say maybe Corden the Blue and somebody else. I can't really think of who it is right now, but that's great because in that one you'll end up having a healer to start with. You'll get that one by like round 10. You'll have a speed aura with the Razzlevarg, so you'll have somebody to put in to give you that extra speed boost. Andy does damage, so that's a really good one to have, and you'll have Pelops to start with. So with that, you could always get the speed gloves or the speed boots and the crit gloves, throw them on him. I would throw them on Pelops because, you know, Razzlevar is already fast, but then you can give Pelops extra speed and crit rate. But I try to not 6-star anything that's not at least level like this one, right? So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this. I usually, if there's a couple stats on here I like crit rate. Usually if it's like crit rate and speed, I usually go 8. But for this guy, I like the crit rate and accuracy. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the 8 on him. I got double accuracy. me go ahead and go up to 12. I got the crit rate. And now we're just gonna go ahead and do these one at a time because I'm not quite to letting it get me to 16 yet. Okay, and I got a triple accuracy on that one. I'm perfectly fine with that. So we'll go ahead and equip those on him. Okay, and up here, this is great for this. So this gives me extra critical rate by 12% if I use 2 pieces. And a HP self-shield for 3 turns if I use 2 pieces. And these are crit gloves with crit damage. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here. I'm going to go ahead and do 8 again because I'm taking these all the way to 16 no matter what. And it doesn't really matter to me on these ones that it's spaced out like that. I'm just happy that I got the 8% on the crit damage. Alright, now I'm going to hit that. I'm going to double tap the filter so it comes back up in case I want to go look for anything else. Okay, let's see on here what they got. Okay, this has got crit rate and speed. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade these. Go ahead and do 8 real quick. Hopefully it goes to speed. I would much rather it go to the speed. HP is okay, but it's a flat HP, so I would have much rather it went to the speed. But that's fine. I'm just going to leave that one because it's only a 5-star at 12 for now. And hit equip. Now I only need 5 more crit rate to have him there. So now I'm going to focus on stuff with crit damage and speed. Okay, so let me close these out. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go crit damage select, speed select. Now these are the items that's got both crit damage and speed. Now this one's a divine set that gives me 12 speed and crit damage. I'm going to go ahead and equip that. I'm going to double tap that again. And now I'm going to go back down to the divine set, which is right here. And I'm going to look at these. And none of them give me crit damage, which is fine because one of them gives me speed. Yeah, this one gives me speed. So let me go ahead and equip that. And then perception also gives me speed and accuracy, and it's a 2 set. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to look through these to see if any of them has. None of them have crit damage, but I have a few that have speed on them. Now I might come back for this accuracy one. Okay, let's go and try to move it to 12. I went to accuracy, or I went to speed and resistance. Let's see what this one will do. Let's go to 8. Okay, let's try for a third. Bam, there we go. We're going to go to equip. So now I got the presets for these. So I got the extra accuracy. This one, I do want to upgrade. See if we can get it to go to speed. Nope, want the defense. Come on, speed. Nope. Nope again. Okay. His speed's at over 200, so for right now, that's perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure there's like a champ training event going on right now. So doing all this is fine. Okay, do I got anybody else that's... Oh, I got one missing. Okay, I'm not gonna put these all on him. Because I got the gold wing. Take her to 3 because she's a good damage dealer. Okay. Now we're gonna go to levels. We're gonna throw a few levels into her. Not a whole bunch, because you wanna earn most of these in play, like playing with your champs. But you want to give them a few. That way they're not like super weak or anything going out there. I'm not going to worry about giving them skill tomes or anything like that now. So I'm not really sure. And I don't really have anybody that I really want to put any of the skill tomes in yet. And I don't really need the skill tomes yet. I would much rather put them into a champion that, you know, could really benefit from them. And right now, none of my champions really need skill tomes. For any new starters, Armiger right here, or Armiger, or however you want to pronounce it. I call him Armiger. He is a phenomenal champ. He is really easy to book up. You can book him up using either the green shards and pulling him, or just buying him from the shop. I mean, it's fairly cheap. He's only like 39,000. But his main qualities is he decreases the turn meter by 30% if this attack is critical. So you want to get him to 100% crit rate. And then he attacks one enemy. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. That's awesome. So if you take him into the Iron Golem, his sidekicks, if you kill him with Armiger, they cannot be revived. And he is really good in Spider. There's also another uncommon champ who is really good at Spider. You can actually build him to solo, you know, upwards of Spider 10. I'm not really sure how high he goes, but I know that he can for sure solo Spider 10. So, coming into this, don't overlook in here like these. These would be really good for somebody to buy on an early account because they are a 3-star. Substats don't really matter at this point or this early in the game. Get these. You can take them up to level 16 if you want, or at least take them up to level 12. You'll get a good crit rate boost, and they're really cheap. They're only 38,000. So just keep an eye on in here. And then I usually slowly start buying these as I play. Usually only if one of the blue shards show up in here, then I'll buy the next one over to it as I go. Alright. Champion training tournament. So I did get a few points for that. This is what we're trying to get up here. This is what we're going to aim for. Now, we get points for leveling the champions up. So, as we play, we will get points for leveling our champion up. Let's go ahead and check in. Okay. And we'll look at quests real quick. Okay, win a rare epic shield from campaign. Win 3 epic or rare shield. Okay, still got that. Okay, we'll go back in here, collect that, and we'll continue with campaign.
At last, they arrived at Narbuk, where the temple was now consecrated to the cult of Suroth. Guided by their torches, they entered the catacombs where the wind howled with the anguished screams of the restless dead. As they sank deeper into the vaulted galleries, a voice on the wind became ever more distinct, now echoing words of protest, now prayers to Lamea, the goddess of light.
Okay. So, what we're going to want to do is, I don't know why I had him in the sparring pit, but we're going to put him in there. And go ahead and put Syl in there. Okay, so Syl doesn't do much for buffs. I got 2 of her. Right. I almost forgot to do this. This is another thing you're going to want to do for beginning accounts. Don't get rid of any of your doubles. You're going to want to come into your sparring pit, your guardian ring. Come right here to faction guardians. Click on this. And then click on these. Any doubles you have, add them. And this is why. For the first one I added, it gives every one of my rares from that faction 10% HP. For the second set I added, now every one of them in this, all these people, everybody from the Banner Lords that is a rare, now has 10% HP, 10% extra attack, 10% accuracy and resistance. If I get 2 more, it's going to take it up to an extra 10% defense, and at the end, an extra 3% speed. These things help. These are how your champions end up getting those extra buffs. And no, you cannot add like these 2. You have to have 2 of the same one. And then all you got to do is tap on that thing. It either open or it won't. And this is why it's good to keep all of your doubles, especially in the beginning. Now, if you get more than doubles, for anything over a rare, like for epics, legendaries, or mythicals, then you can empower them, which also gives them extra stats. See, now this one, since it's for legendaries, will give every legendary that I have that's in the Knight's Reverend, even the ones that aren't doubles, will have that 10% HP boost. And see, it even shows like how many you have in each one. I wasn't sure what is this the one that I got a Morag on for? Hold on. What is Luminescy? She's a Silver Watcher. Okay, there she is. Alright. So now, when you click on her, you go to her stats. See right here, Faction Guardian. That gave her an extra 1,047 energy on her 10,000, and this will go up based on how high her energy is. Alright, we can do all that later. Let's check the dungeon. It's back on the blue. We'll go ahead and do a few of these. Get a speed ore in there, get him in there. We'll go boom, boom, and boom. Alright, you can see she's got a debuff, got 2 on there. And he killed her. Okay. We'll have to wait till we get up higher in the round so you can actually see him extend. The buff rates. Good. He's right here. So you can see up here she's got 2. And she's dead again. Maybe I should wait a little bit till we're up into some higher rounds. That's okay. In the beginning, you know, you'll fairly run through a lot of these really easily. And you'll upgrade and you'll get energy and stuff like that. And as you know, only 2 of my champions even have any kind of gear on them at all. And that's still the Drakes and Obelisk. Okay, boom. Let's see what she got on her. She's got a block buffs on her. See if he can get it. Oh, man, I was hoping that she was... I'm probably gonna have to wait till we're up to like stage 8. Okay, you see right there. We should just went up to from 2 to 4. And that was on the block buffs. Which, as you know, with her buffs, I don't believe she can heal herself or anything like that. I'm not sure. Again. But I'm not actually sure what all her buffs are. For as long as I've been playing, I've never actually read what her buffs are. I know that's one of her buffs, is the self-shield. But the sweet thing about this guy is every single hit is a chance to extend the debuff by 1 extra turn. So it doesn't actually help your team. So I can't make like a decreased damage, now that I think about it. But I can't make like a good method team or a rush the tower team or a Wixwell team using him. But I can use him on a clan boss team to extend poisons, to continually make the poisons go up and keep them going up each time he goes, which, you know, in the end causes more damage. Keep extending them, extending them, extending them. You're adding more to them. You detonate them. You're detonating more of them at once. More damage. Oh, right here, we finally got some debuffs. Start extending them. And look, they just keep extending. And here's where they're at. She's at 100% heal reduction, leech. You know, I highly doubt without him right there, this team probably would have lost that match. So we'll try it one more time. If we fail on this one, that's fine. We'll back out and go to something else. Alright, we did not make it through that one, which was expected. But again, like I said, that's fine. Now we'll back out of here. We'll hit our challenges, we'll go to our dungeon, and we'll collect these. And then again, like I said, on newer accounts, when you first start here, all the dungeons are open in the first 3 days. So I recommend going through each one of the potion dungeons and doing them all to level 3. That way you can get this. Then you come back and you do them all to level 5. You get another one of these. Then you come back and you do them all to 10, I believe. And you get a void shard. But you'll have a couple other goals on there to get the void shard, like beating stage 7 or 8 of the Spider's Den, and not letting the dragon use his flame thing, whatever it's called. But with stuff like that, it's easy to do when it comes to challenges and quests like that. Because, like, to keep him from using that skill, all you have to do is battle him on stage 1. And he's so easy to beat on stage 1 that he will never get to use that skill, and then boom, you end up getting that goal. Same thing with new players that start if you pick Pelops. Pelops is probably one of the easiest champions that you could ever build to help you get past the 500k damage clan boss goal. You want to get him up to 3-star ascended, and then just like regular gear, crit rate to 100, stuff like that, you know, just try to build him the best you can. You can literally put him in there by himself, as long as he's, you know, 5-star, you know, up towards 50 or 50 levels. And in decent gear, and he'll get over, you know, 1 million damage. It'd be somewhere around like 1.2, 1.3 million damage. I actually should have a video on here that shows me doing that from another one of my accounts. I should have been 5. Let's go ahead and collect that. Yeah, clear stage 1 of the arcane keep. I think in future videos, when I get to stuff like this, where I'm not really doing nothing but going from like stage 1 to stage 10 on auto, since I'm not doing anything different or saying anything different, I think I'm just going to skip the video ahead till I get there. And then I can better explain it. That way I can get more content into shorter videos. That way you guys don't have to constantly continue to fast forward. But I don't want you guys to miss important data, which is part of the reason why the videos are as long as they are because I'm trying to fit more information into the longer videos. But after I do these, you know, next few little goals on here, and I go to the campaign, I'm playing that all on auto, straight through. So I am going to fast forward that through some, at least to the point to where I finish the clan goals. And as you see right there, I got another one of the challenges for beating that stage 3, and now I only have to do the force and the void to get that. Okay, go ahead and collect that. Now on this one I have to clear stage 7. And again, as you see, I have to get through here, here, and maybe here to complete those goals. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And when I get there, I'll be back. Alright, we are back. So, let's get out of here and there. Now we have completed both of these clan goals. Now we have 750 clan points. Now once you do that in the beginning, you know, depending on what week it is, usually if you're in your first week, you might want to use that to buy extra energy. Especially if you're trying to get all your champions ascended. Or you can get some rare epic skill books. You get at least 7 of them. Then we'll step out here and collect all this stuff. Lots of free goodies. Alright. Step back. That puts us at level 20. We'll see what we got here. Okay, just what I was talking about. The rare epic skill books. So, right here's mine. But do I want to upgrade him? Let's see. Who all do I got? She's in attack. She's attack, HP, support. Aethel's attack. He's attack. Okay. Defense. Attack. Attack. Okay, this is who I'm gonna go ahead and put this into because he's got decreased defense. No, that was not the one. This is not who I was thinking of. Yeah, I guess we'll just put him in the kale. Now you only gotta put 1 into him to get that goal. And then bam, there it is. Step back out and get that. Let's get the referral link. It's as simple as clicking that. Back out. Fighting 3 classic arenas. keep forgetting to turn it on auto. Don't be like me, people. Make sure to turn your fights on auto. You don't necessarily have to put it on auto. You can leave it on or off or whatever. But again, you know, since we're already here, I'm gonna go ahead and do the 5 clan boss fights. Alright, there it is. Look at that. There's the 5 clan boss fights. Collect all this stuff. And do this one. Hurry up and get that. But before I do that, let me go ahead and collect this stuff. But every day when you come on here, these are the things you're going to want to do. First thing you're going to want to do is get on here, right here. Go to your daily things and start doing the missions. Now you want to do this every day. Make a purchase at the market. Boom. Go back there, complete that. Boom. Get the 10 gems. It's not a whole lot. The 10 gems isn't a whole lot. But boom. That goes over to the weekly. Okay. Now from the weekly. Bam. Now you need to upgrade a champion to rank 4. I do that, I get another energy bottle to add to my energy. But if I complete these daily ones 7 times or 5 times, then I end up getting this if I complete all these goals. Next one is a month. Reward for claiming the rewards that you have for the month. You'll end up getting a void shard. Now, right here, I get the energy for upgrading the champion to rank 4. Right here, I get 100 gems for upgrading the champion to rank 5. I fight in 150 classic arena battles in a month. It's not a whole lot. You do 5 a day. That would be what? 5 a day for 10 days would be 50. So yeah, you do your 5 a day for a month. You know, you got your 150 battles. But just do the 10. Just do the 10 classic arena battles. Get in there, do them. Because you'll end up needing those bonuses and, you know, your Great Hall to up that stuff. But make sure to do these quests. This one unlocks it at 35. But let's go ahead and get this one and this one out of the way real quick. So we'll go here. Okay. This is a really good champion. Okay, now this is a little trick. Okay, that most of the content creators are always going to say, make sure your champions are booked out. Now, what they mean by booked out is not necessarily all the books for every skill. What they're meaning is, like this skill has a cooldown. This skill has a cooldown. You want to put these books into these to get them cooldowns, so that he is moving at the fastest. See, his A1 does not have a cooldown. So we don't necessarily need books to go into his A1 unless you want extra damage from it. Boom. See? I put those books in and I got them to go exactly where I want them. Now it's RNG, so you don't really know where it's going to go. We'll try this again. Okay. I got the one book. I got the one done. So now this time I'm only going to do 3. Ooh. I only need one more to go into here. Let's hope it goes into it. It did not. We'll do one more. I don't think it did again. No. Let's go one more. No. Looks like we had bad luck today. Because now this one's already booked up. So we'll go ahead and just put the last one in there. It went there. But sometimes, by doing that, only putting a few books in there at a time, you might get lucky and get the books to go where you want them to and not where you don't.
When a champion hits to upgrade a champion's rank, you...
Well, I guess that's the only green one I got for now, so... Might as well take him to 5. Alright, we'll come back here. We'll claim them 100 gems. Then we'll go back here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do Templar. I'm gonna go ahead and level him up. This guy is another good guy that you guys will want. Templar. He has a decreased speed on his A1. Very important skill to have. 30% chance plus 30%. A1. His A2. He's got a provoke. Now you can book this down to a 3 turn. Okay, and if you ascend him to 3, he counters anytime he gets a debuff put on him. So let's go ahead and get him leveled up. And there you have it. Go ahead and collect some of these, so I can start getting these down for this. But there you have it, folks. That is it for episode 2. We got us a few goodies. We still have a couple days to try to get up to here. Come back and see me tomorrow for episode 3 of our tutorial walkthrough. And that one, I'm going to start using probably epics to start going through the game to get it closer to your start. Although I highly recommend going to Raid Promo Link Finder. It's a website. Just Google Raid Promo Link Finder. Go to the first one that pops up on it. It should have every single content creator's promo links. It will also have all of the promo codes for every champion you can get, and they're graded, so it tells you which one that they think is the best combo based on a 1-to-5 ratio. Obviously, the closer it is to 5, the better the team, or what they feel is the better the team. I highly recommend going for either Corvus the Corruptor as your starter, Artak, because he has multiple AoE attacks and HP burn, Tholen, because he hits really hard, I recommend getting Pelops or Demitha as your promo link champion. And the reason I say Demitha is because if you get Demitha, you already have the start to a Demitha unkillable team. You just have to fill in the blanks as you go. It's easier to fill in the blanks as you go when you have that first champion than it is to try to get that one champion out of like 900 champions. Just my way of thinking of it. But again, we'll talk about that more in the next episode. If this helped, leave a like, comment, subscribe. More videos to come. Obviously, the more I do this, the better I'll get. But I plan on making the video shorter by skipping through stuff that, you guys don't need to watch. Or doesn't show anything that's actually helping. So, hope you all have a good one, and see you next time.